Well, that's not the right song. That's the right song. I'm here. I'm here. Xander won't let me pay you. I never even logged into my PayPal to check, bro. Maybe you just got scammed out of all your money. You've lost it all, dude. I can try to log in and check. I forgot to do that. You said rats. Where's my PayPal? Hi, I'm here. I'm a little EP today. Emily, thank you for the Spotify reminder. I forgot to do that. And congratulations on the first. And hi Rot, and hey Sammy, and hi PO. I think that's everybody that's here. Hello. Good to have you all. Yeah, just sign in with Google. Is this the correct login to PayPal? That's a different PayPal. Is it? I hate that I have two PayPals. Oh, I forgot to turn my camera on now. Hello everybody, my name is Almost Sander. Welcome home. I'm a little bit EP. Okay, I'm logging into one of my PayPals. I don't know which PayPal this is. If this is my personal or my not personal. Just send me a text message. Okay, a text message. Okay, let me see if this is the correct one. If it's not, I'll let you know. Create. I'm breaking everything. Okay, well, I can't tell you anything. Oh. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Shut up and stop giving me notifications! Leave me alone! I was just trying to check activity. This isn't the right one. This is my old one. Oh, this is my really old one. I'll log into it later. Hi, chat. Hi there. I'll do it later. I super logged into the wrong PayPal. I logged into like my old one. I went far too many back. Hi. Hair. It's not good. Something's gone wrong. The thing is, I'm growing out my hair right now, and it's kind of like the worst experience ever. Because if I just part this curtain right here, if I just this is driving me nuts. Look at all this hair up here. But I'm trying to grow it out. Which means just like trying to like push it down. And then just like just conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. I'm about this close to cutting all of my hair to that length and just letting it grow out altogether. I'm about this close to doing it. I've got a feeling that I will do that before Christmas. I'm just gonna like, hi Moth, how are you? Also today I have a snack. I present to you one chocolate caramel apple. Well, one half of a chocolate caramel apple. I've eaten the rest of it. That is my snack today. And also I have a little bit of coffee left over from work this morning, and I'm boiling a new pot of coffee because I'm gonna need it. How do y'all feel about locking into like an all-night stream? I'm kidding. Maybe not an all-night stream, but I feel like I could lock in for a little bit. There's like nobody here. I feel like it's the perfect time to just be like, hey, I'm here now, forever. Xander, I work tomorrow. Oh, I also forgot I wanted to try. Oh, I didn't finish setting it up. I'm a fool. Whatever, I'll have to do it later. Yeah, I'll have to stream elements, multi-stream. Yeah, I'll have to finish setting it up later. I was going to go live on YouTube as well today, but I'm a fool. Maybe we will try that tomorrow. I'm waiting and waiting for the ad Aster poster I ordered from you. I'm following the door. That was you. That was you who did it. That was you who purchased it. I saw that purchase come through. Can I be a YouTube mod? No. Rotten, you are actually going to be our one and only YouTube mod. Sorry, Rotten. Rotten is being government assigned YouTube mod, and Rotten will be the only YouTube mod. No, you will have no assistance. I will not be paying any attention to YouTube chat. None of the mods are allowed to train you. If you have any questions, good luck. Sucks. Rotten went, oh no. Ah, shucks. This is the first person I see is moderator. I go live on YouTube, the first person to comment gets moderator. Curio, you better just be like really, really early to YouTube stream. You gotta be the first person to comment, I'll give you moderation. Alright. We're just doing this damn art again. I'm really proud of it so far, but there's just still a lot to do. It's looking good so far. But there's just so much to do. And I am still experimenting with all these new new things to color with. Look at all this fun stuff. I'll play around with those later. But right now, I don't remember what I was painting this with. It was something like that. But like, look at all this like color texture that was going on in here. I want to know what brush I used for that. The thing is, I just don't know. Wasn't that? Was it a gouache? Twas not a gouache. I mean, it might have been a gouache, but the thing is, I don't know which. I really like that brush, but I used it, now I don't know which one I used. It's not that one. It's not that. That's crazy that this one's like kind of see-through. These new brushes are whack. I'm not good. I'm currently ER waiting for an X-ray to make sure the feeding tube they put in was in place. Damn, that does not sound like fun. I'm sorry you're not doing well. I've secretly been a professional YouTube mod this whole time. And wow, you put your socks on. And I wow you. Oh, I wow you out of your socks or something. And I thought you're like, and you wow my socks on, like you put socks on me. Please do not put socks on me. My dogs are out and are meant to stay out. Please don't sock me. I was born to be sockless. It's got to be one of these, right? It's just got to be one of these. It's just got to be one of these. Hang on. It's just got to be. Nope, it's not platypus. Is it Sea Scout? I feel like I'm trying the same ones over and over again, and it's none of these. What would I have... Oh, wait, was it... Wasn't you, right? No, you were the one I was trying to texture away from. I mean, this one does really cool shit. That's not what I wanted. Actually, maybe it was... Was it street art? Oh. Man, oh man. Oh, I threw my pencil. Nope. God, this is the downfall of trying new pens. It's like, man, I really like that pen I used. Where is it? Where'd it go? Was it it wasn't a watercolor. It was one of these top ones. It wasn't everlasting. I just want to know what brush I used. There's got to be a way to like search that up. I know it wasn't a marker. I know it wasn't a pastel because these are like, was it a pastel? Was it this pastel? No. Maybe it was. I'm certain it was. It was this. Patamelon. Patamelon. Oh my god, Vashwood, I just got that. Yo! Comfort Lycanthropy, thank you for being here. You are who I needed today. Good to have you. Good to have you. Can we get cock bottle again? Where the fuck is the water in this thing? The thing is, there's water in it. There's water in these bowls, and I don't know where that is. It's so difficult to drink out of this thing. Line art, square, and texture painty fancy. Your 3 brushes. Well, the thing is, Procreate just updated with brand new brushes, so I've been trying to this entire piece is meant to be an experiment with these new brushes. I'm not using any of the brushes I'm used to. I'm completely experimenting with new brushes and seeing how they work and what I like and what I don't. It's just supposed to be a big experiment. So there's been some successes and some failures on it. The downside of this is that now I have to go around and clean these edges up. Actually, hang on, I can do this smarter. I'm an idiot. Duh. Just select outside your line work and erase it. Fucking idiot. And now I just have to do the rest of the little stuff in here. I forget that that's an option. I'm gonna switch. Hey, Casanova Gran, is that your name? Did I pronounce that correctly, my friend? Okay, Rihanna's here. What should I draw? Oh, that's so hard. You should draw. Oh, you did. Congrats. Thank you. Pio has suggested that you draw me with the cock bottle in one hand, which is implying just me holding a water bottle shaped like a big black dick. And a radioactive cheese in the other with a holy light behind me, which is the strangest thing I've ever had anybody ask for fan art of me. So if you want to do that, you sure could. Doing it? Cool. Here, if you need a reference. Let me, where's my cheese? Oh, it's over here. I don't know what to tell you, man. Ah, my pencil! Hoo-yah! Anyways, that's all I've got to offer you today. Lycan, can I call you Lycan? Comfort Lycanthropy is your, what can I nickname you? Lycan, Comfort, Come. Hey, come Call you cum for short, for comfort, you know. Are you also a drawer? Are you an artist type? Do you draw the creatures I'm drawing? This is my first time ever drawing the two of them. I actually just watched the anime for the first time ever, which is crazy. I'm actually not even done with Stampede yet. I spent a lot of yesterday on stream complaining about Stampede because I prefer the 98 anime. But that's my bad. Please don't call me that. Xander's the man it's immediately from Xander's the man I aspire to be. Please don't call me that. Am I the man you aspire to be? I just called you cum for short. I don't think I am. I'm awful to my viewers. I gotta be nicer. Oh. There has to be a better eraser to use, but I don't know it. Again, I could also just... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. And then just not be an idiot. Okay. Nope. Nope. Oop. Okay, I'll have to hand do that one. These. Oop. Okay. And then I actually had things I wanted to talk about today. I got brain thoughts, you know what I mean? I got some thoughts over here. I got some thoughts in this brain of mine. There we go. This is very fun. I like that texture in the color. Ooh, thoughts, share. Yes, I have those. I've drawn Vash twice, Knives a few times. I don't remember if I've drawn Wolfle, but I should. I'm not the most fond of Stampede. Most I get credit for is making Knives look cooler, and that's all it's done for. No, genuinely, that's kind of it. My big, I won't fully go into the complaints I had yesterday, but I had a lot of complaints yesterday. You're welcome to go watch the VOD, because I talked for quite a few hours talking about how much I don't like Stampede, and how it doesn't respect my time, and it doesn't respect my intelligence. Where is chat? Why is chat not above me? Chat? 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 Chat, where are you? Chat, where did you go? Chat? Chat? Chat, no, the void can't eat. No, chat, hang on. Hang on. Are you over here? Yeah, you are. Where are you? Nope. 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 Where the fuck do I keep you? Nope. Nope. Ah, found you. Aha. Where the fuck? Why are you over here? Nope. Nope. There you go. Let's go. Get over here. That's the wrong chat. That ain't the right chat at all. Chat. Chat. Where the fuck? Are you over here? You're not over here there. Are you over here? You are, but that's the wrong one again. Are you over here? Chat? Chat, where did you go? Stop hiding from me. You're supposed to be chat number 3. Properties. Where did you all go? I've lost you. What? Where? There's a timer. No. No. I'm gone. I'm gone. I've fucking left you. I have no idea what happened, but you guys are gone. Well, this is the best I can do right now. I'm sorry it looks like shit. That's like super not correct and I know it. I'm sorry. I think the other bot that I use for chat is broken. So sorry. That sucks. I'll have to go hunting because the mod that I use that is gone. Yeah, I don't... That's weird. Yeah, do you not like that I can take the borders off of everything? Do you not like if I get rid of all of my borders? Because I can just do that. Ew, naked procreate. Yeah. There's a reason that I keep these borders on. They look nice. I'm leaving bad stream. No, wait. You've only just arrived, please. I need to have my color references up. I think I know everything. I just need to reference for his coat to know. Less of his coat to more of the rest of his entire body to know where all my colors go. I think the rest of it is really just brown. I probably do. But anywho, I had thoughts today. I had some thoughts on communication stuff. Specifically, so my little thought bubble that had been going on in my head. I gotta figure out what colors these are. Where's my fucking reference image I saved of him? I saved a reference image of his everything. Senor Vash, show yourself. It's all just kind of the same colors, but I just... I had everything pulled up yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry. There it is. Okay. It is all the same color. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna be sneezing today. Okay. So I had thoughts today. I was watching like an old video of one of the people I watch that talk about like about communication and literacy and like communicating clear ideas and like all that shit. And it was talking about something that I've been struggling about with my writing specifically. So shout out to all my other writers who might also get the vibe of what I'm trying to explain here, right? But he talks about to have clear communication and like clear like storytelling. You have 2 buckets that you're allowed to fill. And one of those is going to be creativity and one of those is going to be communication. And he argued the point, and he's actually one of the people that is just agreeing with the point that's argued by other people, about the concept of the more simple your idea is. I missed media literacy. Me too. Hey, Sammy, thank you for the sneeze count. The idea is the more complex your canon, this is how he says it. Like, so the more detailed and complex the internal logic of your story is, the less creative and complex you can tell the story. Like the less artsy and intuitive and whatever. Like, and the more simple your canon, like the more simple your story is to try to get your point across, the more complex you can, the more complex types of storytelling things you can let it be left a little bit more up to, you know, artistic interpretation and expression and like the way that you get your scenes across if your canon is a little bit more simple. And I think that's one of the things that I really think is a huge difference between the two seasons of that, like 98 and Stampede, and also is what I was struggling with in my own book, right? I'm writing a book. Most of you guys around here know that by now. And the thing I've been struggling a lot with it recently is that I keep trying to make my canon more complex, but keep trying to keep my story very artsy and metaphorical, and like I keep trying to have it tell itself in ways that are very like non-intuitive, like where you have to use a little bit of media literacy to understand what's going on, right? Which is not good if you're going to be overcomplicating your story. And the example he uses when he's talking about it is Arcane Season 2 versus Arcane Season 1. That Arcane Season 2 is an incredibly complex canon. Like, they've got, like, the multiple worlds things, they have all the different, like, political things going on, they have all the different, like, infightings that are going on, they're having changes in characters and where their, like, identity lays and where their agreements lay, and they have all of these different, like, levels of, like, very complex scientific, like, you need to understand this works because I said it, and this works, and this works, and this works, and this is happening because this is happening, and all of that stuff. And so many different perspectives and so many different stories. And also, they are very artsy in the way that they are telling it. There's a lot of flashbacks. There's a lot of telling out of order. There's a lot of cutting to black. There's a lot of fading in out of scenes. There's a lot of important conversations that happen off screen. There's a lot of, like, high-level, like, media literacy necessary to understand it. And also a very complex canon, which means Season 2 of Arcane is incredibly dense to watch. If you don't pay attention for a moment, you're lost, and it's very easy to lose people in it. Like, it's very easy for people to, like almost clock out of it and not enjoy it as much as they might have because they don't understand what's going on. And I think that's an interesting thing that I hadn't, like, really considered a whole lot, but, like, was a really good point. And I think is also the problem I'm having with my own book as I've been trying to make the canon more complicated and put more, like, reasons and explanations and extra shit all over the writing. But I'm not lessening on how dense and complicated the storytelling is. I gotta blow my nose. I generally think about half of the media I consume. If it had come out this year, it would have been torn to shreds for being problematic. I genuinely believe that if Akira was a manga or anime that came out this year, the internet would hate it because everyone is very complex and very artsy, and it makes me sad. Yeah, it is sad that because media literacy has kind of shattered that we're not capable of telling high-level complex stories that require nuance, because people fucking hate it. I was literally what was I rewatching the other day? God, I'd have to think about what it was. I was rewatching something that I was like, ugh. Like, if this came out today, people would fucking hate it. I gotta blow my nose, sorry. How many bats are on your shirt? It's bat, ghost. No, this is a ghost. This is a bat. This one's a bat. That's just spray. I don't know, an amount. They're back there too. I don't know. A number. There's a number of bats. But like, I think it's important. Give me a writing prompt. It's been forever. Oh shit. Okay, your writing prompt is, your writing prompt here is no one here is innocent. Your challenge, you get 2 full pages beginning to end. Word count doesn't matter, but 2 full pages on Google Docs. Double spacing doesn't count. You can do double space, but like you can't just hit enter a bunch of times. And if you want to add an extra challenge onto it, throw in lock yourself into a perspective you're not used to. If you normally write in first person, write in third person. If you normally write in third person, write in first person. If you've never tried second person, try that. That's your challenge for the day. Zaner, I'm handing you my favorite piece of media gently in my hands. You should watch or read Akira. Let me put it on my notes. I know a little bit about it, but I'll throw it down in the list of things to watch. I do want to watch more older shows because I found that through watching Stampede and just regular Trigun that I really liked the older animes because of the way that they told their stories. Like, I just enjoyed it more, if that makes sense. Like, I really enjoyed a show, like, respecting my ability to, like, understand something without it having to be, like, overtly explained to me. And I do value that. And I don't know, I think that says something. I don't know, I just really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed 98. I really enjoyed its ability to tell its story. And I like that it never once, like, I was trying to explain it to chat yesterday that I really valued that 98 never once gave me the answers on screen. If I wanted to figure it out, I had to watch and listen and pay attention and try to put it together myself. And if I couldn't put it together myself, guess what? I didn't know. Like, and then, like, the thing that you're left, like, wondering for the entirety of Trigun 98 is answered in episode 3 of Trigun Stampede, which I think is a damn shame. But, like, you know, it is what it is or whatever, but... I don't know. It's a really interesting show. It really is. I really enjoyed it. Oh, this is wrong. But like, I don't know. I think there's different like things to say for all of the different, like obviously all the different types of, every type of media is going to be a little bit different. Every type of media is going to have its own like interpretations and its own rules and its own like ways that it like works best. And some media is built to be more complex than other media is, maybe. Like that's just like the way it is. Why can I not? This is a completely enclosed shape. Like, God forbid there's 1 pixel open. Losing my marbles. That's still not a closed shape. You're gonna look at me and tell me that this is an unclosed shape. Show me the gaps. Oh. I drive myself nuts. Finally. This is all I wanted to do, was just to color it in easily. That's all I wanted. Okay. Alright, there's the start of color here. No one here is innocent. 2 full pages, different perspective. Okay, enjoy, Pia. It's got body horror, it's got motorcycles, it's got really sad people. Sold! Like, here's a film, says fuck you, and gives you only the amount of information that our idiot teenager protagonist has. The manga explains stuff a little bit more still. Here is told through the lens of 3 teenagers, pretty much. See, and that's what I like, is I like a show that's gonna respect my ability to figure it the fuck out. Like, I like being left a little confused. I like being left a little unsure. I like not immediately being told exactly what I need to know. Like, there's something about that that makes consuming a piece of media more exciting for me, because like I'm being trusted to figure it the fuck out myself. The show's looking at me and saying, "Hey, you're smart enough to figure this out. So fucking figure it out, dude." And I don't know, I really fucking enjoy that. And like, obviously there is media that I want to watch that I don't want to fucking think about. There are plenty of times that I want to watch a show and I don't want to sit and do the fucking the figuring out and the exploring and the understanding. I just want to watch a goddamn TV show and enjoy it. Like, and that is okay too. But there's just, I don't know. Like, I don't like watching media in the background necessarily anymore. I really used to. Like, I used to be really big on watching, like, media in the background of things. And, like, sometimes I'll still put a YouTube video on every once in a while. But, like, nowadays, it's really a lot more for me that, like, if I'm watching a piece of media, it's because I want to be watching a piece of media. I want to be challenged. I want to be asked to be patient. I want to be, like, questioning things. I want to be invested in a storyline. Like, and I don't always get that with the media that I'm consuming, and obviously part of that is my own fault, but I should probably just be consuming better media or whatever the complaint is here, but I know part of it is my responsibility to, like, if you want good media, go find good media, but, like, I'm working on it, man. It's hard. It's a scarce world out here. I can't do anything without my emotional support 4-hour drama video. And honestly, I used to do a shit ton of that, and I still do. Like, if I'm, the first thing I do when I get up in the morning, I get up, I piss, I do whatever I need to do in the bathroom, I grab my phone, and when I'm making my coffee and making my breakfast and getting ready for work, Moist Critical is on. I'm listening to Moist Critical news every goddamn morning about whatever the most recent stupid fucking random bullshit is going on that I don't give a fuck about. But you sure as fuck I'm gonna watch it. You know what I mean? Like, that's... I am not so above thee that I've turned away from what I know. I do still just enjoy watching stupid videos in the background. But I'm trying to be a little bit more conscious of it. Because I got really stressed recently because... Shocker, shocker. My birthday's coming up. I'm turning 27. Okay, turning 27 in like 2 weeks, which means it's about that time of year where I start questioning my own reality and reflecting on my life and making sure that I'm, you know, I try to use my birthday as a time to check in. Am I happy with the way I'm living life right now? What do I need to adjust to be happy with the life that I'm living right now? Where can I give or take a little bit? And as per usual around this time of year, I came to that same horrifying conclusion that time keeps slipping away from me and I don't know where it's going. And I keep getting stressed about, like, you know, those feelings everybody gets stressed about, you know. I'm running out of time. It's the running out of time fear, right? We all kind of have that feeling, which is funny because I've had that feeling since I was like 15 and now I'm 27 and the feeling hasn't changed. And my grandpa is in his 70s, 60s. My grandpa's in his 60s and he's also still having those feelings if he's running out of time. Like, I can't imagine how much time I've wasted feeling like I'm wasting time. Like, you know what I mean? But the additional part of it now is one of the things I've started to try to think about is time keeps feeling like it's moving faster. Like I'm running out of time at a faster speed than before. And I think when you think about it, right? When's the last time you were like really bored? Like really, really, truly bored. Because I asked myself that as I was watching a video essay on boredom and concepts and thoughts and all these different things, right? And we always talk about the fact that like time flies when you're having fun, but it's not just having fun. Time flies when you're not to like haha whatever. Time flies when you're stimulated. Time flies when your brain has something to do with itself. It's got something it's doing other than just sitting and being your brain. Like it's working on something, right? When is the last time you have sat around and not been stimulated by anything? No music, no TikTok, no YouTube, no friends around, no drawing, no fucking nothing. Just you in your goddamn head. Not often, right? Like, it's just one of those like things that we don't really do anymore. Versus like, how often did you do that as a kid? Because at least for me, like social media and mobile entertainment, whether that's your phone, your DS, your GameCube, your fucking Game Boy Advance, like any of that shit wasn't accessible all of the time. Like, I spent a lot of time with just nothing to do. Like, I would go to church with my mom, and obviously I'm not actually paying attention to church, but I don't have a phone, and God forbid if I had a phone, if I pulled that out in church, my mom would have whacked me.
My balls are fat.
I can't wait to use my $300 that I've been specifically saving for a rainy day. I really like my $300. It'd be a shame if something happened to it. My wallet is so safe right now. No way my $300 is going anywhere.
Sorry about your $300, Tyria. But like, I used to sit in church with my mom and not have anything to do, which meant that for several hours, all I could do was sit and think. When I tell you, I used to feel so creative growing up. I felt like such a creative person all the time growing up. And I keep trying to figure out, like, where did it go? Like, why don't I feel creative anymore? Why do I feel like I have no ideas anymore? Why do I feel like I never, I feel like I've got nothing? It's because when's the last time you just let your brain sit and be empty and think for a little bit? Like, I wrote entire narratives in my head at church with my mom. Like, driving in the car when there was nothing to do and I couldn't play my music, I had to listen to whatever the fuck was on the stereo, and I didn't have anything else to do. I made up all of my best stories in my head back then. Like, I don't have less ideas than I was as a kid. I just have less time standing around doing nothing, just thinking about things. Like, and that's why I think time keeps feeling like it's moving faster, is that idea that, like, time's not moving faster. I just haven't spent any goddamn time to myself in fucking who knows how long. It's just one of those things that I'm like, man, I gotta, like, actually have to, like, stop and take inventory on myself of, like, am I, like, I don't know, am I letting myself have time to be bored, to be, like, to just sit and think? I don't know, when's the last time you did that for yourself, huh? No, yeah, I understand that, just sitting there thinking. Now when I sit and think, I get stressed, yeah. That was nice until the only things to think about was everything stressful. That's true. Doesn't help that I have constant ringing in my ear if it's silent and I fucking hate it. So I try to get noise or stimulation I can start. So that's called tinnitus. You have a medical disorder called tinnitus. That's, silence does not sound like anything. Tinnitus is it's a medical condition. Ringing in the ears. It's a real thing. I don't think you can fix it though, sorry. That's just life now. I also have tinnitus. That's life. What was I saying? I don't remember. I know. Holy cock cheese is done. I don't want that to be done. I'm going to the oh my god. You're so talented, and for what? And for what? And for what, Rotten? Well, that has to be my profile picture now. Why is my cheese so lumpy? Yeah, you're right. Oh, did you want out, baby boy? Thanks for letting me know. Hi, kiddo. Cock cheese Jesus, is that you? God, we're making another fucking church. Ugh. Cock cheese Jesus, is that you? Good lord, because it's lumpy. Leave my cheese out of this. Good lord. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know. That's the take I had. It's not a revolutionary take. It's just like, yeah, obviously there's bad stuff to think about right now, but like one of the best ways to stimulate your creative brain is to leave your brain empty but your body busy. Because obviously we all kind of get that stress like freak out when our body is completely still and our brain is completely still and like it sounds like our insides are going to blow up. But if you can't do that yet, because that you can do that, learn to do that with practice. I'm a meditator myself. Meditating is a skill learned. But if you can't get there yet, the best way to stimulate your creative brain and think about writing ideas and art ideas and get your brain body moving is to completely use up your body, but without using your brain. Which is why you get like the best ideas in the shower, because your body is moving, but your brain isn't necessary. Or you get great ideas going to the gym because your body is moving, but your brain is not. Like, those are really good ways to like get your brain to like kick into the next gear and start thinking about things. I will turn it into my profile picture later. But like it's a really good challenge if you ever want to try to push yourself to like meditate. Or like just to try to like give yourself a little bit of time. Like even like right now, I'm just trying to be conscious of it by like when I get ready in the mornings, I'm trying to not always have something playing. Or yesterday, no, not yesterday, the day before, the day I didn't stream but I was supposed to stream, Wednesday. Instead of streaming, I took my tablet, so I still had something to do. I took my art tablet outside and just sat in the grass and drew until it was too dark and the moths kept landing on my iPad because it was the only light out there. And I had to keep shooing moths off of my iPad. But like, I just sat in the quiet and like listened to like the wind and the crickets and let the sun set and worked on my drawing. Like, and that's just, that was my stimulation, was I was allowed one thing. And I think that's good for us sometimes. Is your throat feeling better? A little bit. It's on the mend. It's not perfect yet. It was pretty bad this morning, but I feel like I'm like slowly on the mend. But what do you guys do when you're feeling like artistically drained and like artistically like constipated? What do you turn to? The other day I did that on the trampoline. Such a good time to do it. I've really been enjoying this summer too. I've been going out on the river with my friends a couple of times this summer, where we take our inner tubes out and we get on the river. And then we're just on a river. I don't have my phone because it's in a waterproof bag. We bring a waterproof speaker and we play some music. And we just float down the river, and it's just at the speed of the river goes. So half the time we're out there for 6 hours with nothing but each other and some music and a river to float down. And that's it. That's what our day is. Like, and that's enough for me. And for some people that, you know, you get antsy and you don't want to do that, but like, I think it's good for you to practice not being stimulated. I've got a dopamine addiction and I want to get better. Zen Doodles. Okay. Singing. Another good one. Oh, I can get rid of my doodle now. Oh, not my line art. Bro, this is so fun. Okay. I just gotta figure out their shadow shape. And then I gotta start doing lighting. Oh boy. I sit outside and I listen to the twees. Rotten, what's a twee? Oh, it's a bird. Looking up a twee. Hello. Hello, little thing. What a great little creature. Oh, what a great little creature. Twee sounds. All right, music, hold on. We can be emo in a moment. They're such creatures. They sound like little robots. They sound like little robots. I like them a lot. What interesting little creatures. Oh, robot guys having little robot wars. Okay. So you're gonna be coming out from your knee. Okay, so your legs kind of come in. I gotta figure out how the fuck I'm gonna do this. I need the eraser to also be this for now. Okay. And then you've kind of got your shoulders and your head. Except all of that is blocked by this big ass cross. And then I need to like distort this in a little bit. Something like that, yeah? Something like that. And then Vash's. You've got like the bold shoulders. I don't know if I should give him the... Like his arm is kind of out. Something like this. But I don't want to like give him too much of that like... On the... Forget about the jacket. And then I gotta do your hair like back. This is the wrong way. And then the whole point is these extra. Something like this, you know what I mean? Something like that. I don't know. Cause these words are my diary, screaming out louder. What do we think about the shape of these shadows? Do I need to do like... Normally I don't want to have to like do the full like... If I like duplicate you... and then... And then... Am I doing that wrong? Wait, hang on. Hold on. Hold on. And then... Because that would be like... Let's see if this does what I want it to do. Ah. Oops. God damn it. I guess that's more accurate to a shape, but... The whole point is supposed to be these added, like, wing shadows. That's, like, the whole point, is that it doesn't look the same as the rest of him. Like, his shadow doesn't match. That's the point. It's the goddamn point. So maybe I... For the sake of this... Okay, does that get the point across? Does this get the vibe across? I don't know if it does. Like, does this get what I'm trying to get across? I think it kind of does. Yay, old lady lesbians, bro. So real. So real of you. I've been thinking about Genesis and Brianna again because every once in a while they swing back into my thought processes. It's honestly it's been such a weird thing because right now I really am trying to work on Lamb of Gods again because I really wanted to finish. I want to finish the original like first right this month, so I could move on to something new. But it just hasn't happened. So I was like, I'll finish it in October. And I just don't know if that's going to be viable either, because brothers in Christ, I cannot get myself to care about my own writing right now, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I feel like I've already blown my load on it and like told everybody everything about it already, or if it's because I don't have anybody to be excited about right now, or if just because I'm sick of writing it, or because I'm sick of having to change perspectives, or I don't know what is causing me to be so frustrated with it, but I cannot be interested in my own book right now. Like, every once in a while, I'll be like, oh, I miss Azazel. I want to go work on this book. And, like, I'm trying to determine if I'm at the point where it's like, okay, is this boring to write because it's going to be boring to read? Like, am I just writing the dullest shit ever right now? Or, like, I don't know. Am I the problem? Maybe I'm the problem. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's just because I've been staring at it for too long, or if it really just the writing has gotten stale. I'm just bored of this book. I'm bored of these characters. Everything's so repetitive. Chat, I think I've fucking lost it. I think I've finally cracked. Like, where's my draft one? Is this the one I'm still working on? Yeah. Like, everything just feels so... I think it's the problem that this story is just so repetitive. Like, I don't know. Like, I just keep talking about the same shit, and I keep trying to make it more poetic and more interesting, and it doesn't get more poetic and it doesn't get more interesting. Like, I am a leaf adrift in the current, pulled along unwilling but without protest. My head aches, although the hunger comes and goes in waves. Like, the day passes through me sitting when I can't stand, standing and walking around when my eyes get heavy. The fields have swelled and with people to capacity, as those from every branch of the city have gathered, the field hands and the farmers who live far from the central city. Like, I don't know, I'm just like, I'm bored. I'm so bored. We're supposed to be at like the climax of the story, telling you the most interesting part of it, and it's just unfathomably boring. I don't know what I've done wrong, chat. I truly don't. Shout out to all my writers in chat. How do you get interested in your story again when you get bored of it? / do you ever get bored of it? Maybe some people are just always interested in their own stories. It's very possible. Reese says, I don't know, I'm always bored of it. Valid, I suppose, yeah. But I get more bored of other things and unbore on the least boring. Maybe that's an answer I just haven't gotten to yet. Like, I just don't know why. Sometimes it's just like unfathomable to have to work on that thing. Like sometimes I just like I'm like I would rather like gouge my eyes out than have to work on this stupid shit. And like that's probably a me issue, but like I don't know. Honestly, Mariner is the writing I've gotten the least bored with because it's not a mental toll to write. Maybe that's what part of it is. The characters consume every inch of me, and then I want people to care, so I write it. See, but that's the thing. Is like, it can't sustain me that long. I know it only took you a year to write your book, but I've been writing Lamb of Gods for 2 years now. And like, I still care deeply about these characters, but I'm suddenly, I'm past the point where I can just like these characters a lot and care about them a lot, and that's enough. Like, now I'm at the point of like, are these chapters interesting? Are these characters interesting? Are like, does this world make sense? Does the logic flow? Am I paying too much? Like, am I communicating my ideas clearly? Am I balancing the difference between like the complexity of my canon and the communication of like the way that I'm showing it off? Am I like using passive language? Am I like, I'm not even in the editing stage yet. I'm just thinking about all of these things. Like, I've accidentally gotten into the editing phase, like the editing desires, before I should have, because now I'm thinking all of that while I haven't even finished the book. Like, I've broken the rule of like make it exist and then you can make it good. I've broken the rule. It doesn't exist yet, and I'm stressed about making it good. Honestly, the less fantasy world building I have to worry about, the more I like it. Yeah. I don't even think half of Mariner is in the right verb tense. I don't even care. I'm just here, man. And I would love to do that, but I'm trying to write a book that I want to publish. So I'm trying to save myself the agony of having to do all of this later by like writing it like maybe not publishable level, but like good, like with the least amount of editing necessary on round 1. And I think by doing that, I've become emotionally constipated. Like, truly, it's my fault, but like, I don't give half a shit about my own OCs right now. I'm out of the phase. Oh god. Ellie's out. She's tapped out of the phase. The OC phase has faded. God. What do you do when you don't have it? The world just stops to existing. But I'm also like in that, I'm stuck in that right now. Because I also don't give a shit about half my OCs right now. But that doesn't, again, like if I want to be a writer, that doesn't matter. I don't get to decide that. I can't just be like, yeah, I'm not really into my OCs right now. I don't want to write. Because like, if I want to make all the excuses and the claims of like, I want to be an author, I want to be published, I want to make money off my writing, I want to whatever. Like, I don't get to decide that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not really into it right now. Like, I obviously for just doing it for fun, that's like super fine. But I don't want to do it for fun. I want to do it forever. And thus, like, I have to be capable of just writing anyways. I'm torturing myself. Don't just say meh. I don't know. I'm doing the thing again where I've got all these expectations for something that, like, I can't even call myself a writer. Because I haven't done the thing yet. Like, yes, sorry, I do write. I do write things. I cannot call myself an author because I haven't done the thing yet. I have not created a story from beginning to end, like written a fully finished story, submitted it to the public, allowed it to be consumed, and like completed the cycle. I haven't done that yet. I'm not an author. Like I can't be like, oh, I'm working so hard to make it perfect when I haven't even proved that I'm capable of doing it. This are some fun brushes to fuck around with. I'm enjoying these. The thing is, doing something like this for like a fabric cross is a lot easier for me than like trying to do this shit on skin. Trying to leave like semi-messy, unfinished shit on skin makes me want to crawl out of my own skin. But that cross looks dope as fuck. But yeah, this is the hellscape that is my head. That I'm stuck in the it has to be good, and therefore I don't do it at all. I gotta go rewatch my Art Sins video and remind myself that I don't get to act like this. I spent an abhorrent amount of time on Sunday's skin, and I hate it a lot. Blotchy and weird. Yeah. I've had a lot of trouble learning to draw skin more naturally. And like less smooth. Like trying to add texture to skin is something I really struggle with. Which like I think that's I think that's kind of common, is like it's easy to add texture to a piece of fabric, but like texture to skin it's really easy to make it look just wrong. Like it just doesn't read. It's just so easy to do it bad. I'm just trying to get like a little bit of texture here and there and all this. I think I like that. If I could render just skin for the rest of my life, I'd be happy. Yeah, you've got your special artist who's just phenomenal at rendering skin for whatever reason, while the rest of us over here flounder and suffer. We know you suffer not. It's like the thing you're best at. / good for you / I'm not mad / I'm mad / JK lighthearted. Sorry, Emily. But like, I know you're good at it because you do it a shit ton. But like, my heart is nothing but jealous. But like jealous in the way of like, I'd like to be there with you. I'm jealous because I want to join you. And I've learned a little bit from watching you. But it really is, it's a hard thing to learn. I've picked up a lot of your little things. There was a piece that I was working on that you like wanted to like you were like, I'm gonna play around on it. It was like, yeah, that's chill. And you like played around and like rendered the face of the character. And the entire rest of the time I was working on that drawing, I would just keep going back to looking at the slightly rendered version you had done of their face. And I never ever could replicate. It never got better than that. That was the best it looked the entire time. I never I was so devastated that I was just like, well, I can't do that. Like I can't live up to this little like barely trying, like just tossed together like. I know you've tried to teach me before of like the like I'm just putting colors down and shit and where to put them and all that, but like the world does not provide to me. But I've been trying. It's not been for lack of effort. But I'm slowly but surely, I feel like I've been getting better and better as I've been working on skin more. Even my last couple of ones, like through like working with Emily, I even shouldn't even say working with Emily, watching Emily render, looking at some of her art, letting her play around on mine, asking for some clarification, like little like bits and pieces of like, I've not been working with her like she's like, I'm like studying under her, but like following some of her tips and also like doing some of my own research. I've like slowly but surely been improving my own. But yeah, it's really an adventure to try to learn how to get what you want across. But I'm jealous of you in all of the good ways. In the like, I really admire it, and I it makes me want to continue working on my own and improving my own. And that's what matters to me. I tend to hyper render skin to the point where it's too realistic. Yeah, I try to avoid that, and I'm not good at rendering skin to the point where I can accidentally like, whoopsie daisies, I made realism. Like, I'm not quite there yet. So it's not a problem I run into often. But I know what you mean. One of the things I really struggle with is that learning of like, you have to add other colors. Like, there's supposed to be other colors in skin. And like, intrinsically, I know that's correct. But like, trying to add it in and have it look and feel and flow naturally is really a struggle for me. Like, and I know it matters where you're putting it. But I do struggle. Like, I'm not happy with this, but I feel like I'm getting somewhere. I do want this side of his face to be darker and that side of his face to be lighter. And I'm gonna need a smaller paintbrush. Okay, do you get smaller? You do. See, the whole point of this is that I'm experimenting with new brushes. So I don't want to just go use the one brush I know would work right now. I don't want to go use that. I want to try new things. Because I could just go get Spectra. I could do it. But I'm trying new things today. Spectra would be really great right now. I can work with this. There we go. Oh, hang on. I'm starting to like this. Must hip windows? Bro, so real. It looks horrifying when the skin looks realistic and everything else is cartoony. Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. There's a bit of uncanny valley that crawls up and you're like, that ain't right, Captain. Okay, what brush is this? Piermont. All right, Piermont. You're something I've decided I'm going to start using a little bit because I like your textures. I like your textures, Captain. Okay, I feel like I'm getting somewhere. That skin isn't too bad, actually. I'm pretty happy with that. That's something I really forget about. TMI, my butt hurts, I fell in a ball. That's not TMI at all. You know I always want to know about your butt and all of its pains. I did hear you, like, comically banana slipped on the field and, like, absolutely whacked a ball with your cheek. That sounds awful. Oh, also, you're a field hockey person. You play with field hockey balls. I don't know why in my head I was picturing a soccer ball. Like, I was like, that can't be that bad. A hockey ball probably hurts like shit. Those are little and hard. I'm so sorry about your cheek, man. Yeah, send Emily over. She'll kiss it better. She'll take good care of you. That sounds awful, genuinely. Sorry about your cheeks, man. Small hard plastic. I finally have plans for my birthday worked out too. I'm so excited. I actually have like friends this year. That's not just like a friend or like one like thrown together like, oh yeah, you're in town. Oh, we can do something. Like I have like a whole I have a whole event planned. Very excited. I'm gonna go get my piercings done. Tomorrow I'm gonna call Matt tomorrow and book my piercing with him. So I'm gonna go get my piercings done on my birthday. And then I'm gonna hang out with a couple of friends for a little bit, specifically just Rumi and old Rumi and current Rumi. First time I'll ever be hanging out with the two of them in tandem, I think. I've never like solely hung out with like old Rumi and new Rumi together. Crazy combo. And then we're gonna go to a scream park, like a multi-location haunted house. Very excited. Oh, those pants look fantastic. Wow, I literally see you on your birthday every year. I know you do see me. It's less of that and more of like I have like an event planned and not just like getting together with a friend. And I have told you before that the birthdays that I have spent up in the Wisconsin with you have been some of my favorite because the people that I care about are willing to like make time for me. I just haven't had like a group event is what I should say planned in a really long time because it's always either like I end up with like one of my friends on my birthday or like Rumi will like do like plan like, oh yeah, like last year Rumi is like, okay, we've got a concert on your birthday, we'll go to do. I'm like, cool. But it's cool to like, oh, I have a whole group of people. Like I'm just not used to, I'm not even like I haven't had that in a while. I'm not used to that like at ever. Like I just like I don't have like groups of people. I usually it's like one or two people. Even in high school it was like one or two people. Like I never really had like there's like 8 of us going to this haunted house. Like I'm shocked. Y'all see people on your birthday? Sometimes. Y'all getting birthdays or? Birthdays are always kind of a tumultuous time for me. Determining if I'm gonna enjoy my time there or not. I get to see my crazy grandma unwillingly, if that counts. Guess I'm chopped liver. Damn, you are not chopped liver. It's just always it's interesting to have like no, I'm gonna get together with like a group of people. I just haven't had a group in such a long time. Like I have like my 2 or 3, but like 8 people is so many. I feel like at my birthday I clip into a void. I know a couple people like that, my grandpa included, who like very distinctly is like, do not celebrate my birthday. I don't like my birthday. I don't want to celebrate it. I'm not interested in any surprises. I'm not interested in gifts. I'm not interested in whatever. Like some people just really don't like birthdays and never have, and some people do, and like birthdays for me are just kind of like New Year's. They're just kind of like a moment to check in and be like, okay, where are we? You know, where are we? How are we? How have we spent the last year? Are you comfortable with how we've spent the last year? Like birthdays feel like a really good checkpoint for me to like check in and touch base with myself and be like, okay, where are we at, Pookie? Like, how are we doing? Do we need to make any adjustments? Are you happy with the life you're living right now? If not, where do we need to make some changes? I kind of do it 3 times a year. I do it on my birthday, I do it on Christmas, and I do it on Lunasa. That like those are the like I don't know. Sorry, you've been there for 1 out of 21 birthdays. Yeah, I don't know. It's so like New Year's Eve, my birthday, and Lunasa, which takes place in like midsummer, are like the 3 times a year. So midsummer, October, and December to January are the times of the year that I kind of take stock of my life and feel out how I'm feeling. And feel like, okay, like how are we doing? And kind of like just like try to understand myself a little bit and try to understand where I'm at and where I want to be. It's also why I watch Tick Tick Boom every birthday, because that's my are you happy with the life you're living, and if not, why aren't you changing it movie. It's very important that I watch every year and cry about it really hard, and it reminds me to figure the fuck out. But I kind of treat all 3 of those holidays the same. And I do not take any time to do that kind of check-in or feel that kind of shit out during the January through summer, because I can't fucking stand the beginning of the year. The first 6 months don't exist. I guess my BD is just not at a convenient time for people. Yeah, I don't know. It's also, I've really learned that people are really different about when, like, how they expect birthdays to be. Like, when I was living with Rumi, past Rumi, obviously, not Emily. When I was living with Rumi, birthdays were an expectation that that day you are expected to have things to do that day, but you are expected to not have to do it. So like I planned her birthdays and it was, unless she was like, hey, I want to do this thing. If she said like, hey, I want to do this thing, that was the sign of like, hey, go figure this thing out. I want to go do that. You handle the scheduling, you handle the tickets, you handle the planning. Like, this is what I want to do. And I'd be like, all right, bet. And like, it was the same for my birthday, is I would wake up on my birthday and she would have things ready for me. And like, that was the expectation. Versus like other friend groups I've had, both in like the current friend group I'm in right now, and also friend groups pre-Roomie, like in high school. It was like, you had to plan your stuff and then you would invite people like, hey guys, I want to go to the trampoline park. Like, this is the time I'm going. This is the day I'm going. Does anybody want to come on my birthday? And people would say yes or no. Like, people do birthdays very differently sometimes. And people have different expectations for like what is supposed to be done. Something I have trouble feeling out with people, because I don't want to like overstep and be like, oh, hey, I did this thing for you. And they're like, that is not what I wanted for my birthday. And I'm like, oh no. But like, at the same time, I don't want somebody to be like expecting me to do something for them and then I don't, because that's worse. Because some people wouldn't like Roomie just deciding, like messaging me like, hey, your birthday, I'm taking you out to a concert, you're busy that day. And I'm like, cool. Like, some people would not like being just told what they're doing on their birthday. I don't ever feel like I'm born. My birthday isn't really a holiday. It's just kind of a holiday. It never felt like a birthday. I do not think I ever want to acknowledge or celebrate my birthday for the rest of my life. If I can get through it alive, then that's enough. Again, some people really hate their birthdays, and that's okay. Like, some people have always hated them. Some people have grown to hate them. Like, it's kind of weird, because to some degree, anytime you talk about birthdays, people will share whether they love or hate their birthday. And like, I feel like there's a lot of, maybe not stigma, but like opinions about like, if God forbid you enjoy your birthday, like people have something to say about that a lot of the time, which is always interesting to me. Like, not in like necessarily a negative way, but like, I don't know. I feel like it's more normal and accepted nowadays to really hate your birthday. And like, if you do like your birthday, that you're either childish for it or like, oh, glad you like your birthday. Mine is awful. I'm not directing this towards Ollie. This is directed towards some people at work I know. That like, I don't know. I like held in my opinion for a long time that I was like, I'm not supposed to care about my birthday because nobody else likes or cares about their birthday. So I tried to like not give a shit about mine, which is, some people saw through and some people didn't, about like, that was absolutely like some bullshit to protect myself and other people, because other people didn't care about their birthdays, and so they didn't care about my birthday. And so I was just like, oh, I'm not supposed to care about this thing, so I just don't care about this thing. That's fine. Like, I was pretty good at like joining the crowd on not caring about my birthday. Like, if other people don't care, I don't have to care either. That's fine. But like, that's not true. Like, I really enjoy my birthday. Like, I like spending it with my people. And like, for me, my birthday is never like it's not like, oh my God, I was born, and like, oh my God, like, celebrate me. Like I said, I celebrated exactly like New Year's or Lunasa. Like, I celebrate it as a way to say like, hey, like, time is passing. Like, let's like pause and acknowledge. I use it like the world card in tarot. Like, it's like the world card in tarot. That it's like, hey, time is passing. I want you to pause and acknowledge that time has passed. I want you to feel out how your time feels right now. I want you to look back and acknowledge everything you've accomplished this year. I want you to look forward and make plans for the next year. Like, it's just this reminder that like, time is not this like infinite stretch of days blurring into nothing. Like, for me, birthdays are just really internal. Like, it's really just like an internal check-in of like, are you happy with yourself? And like, if you're not, change it. Like, you don't get forever. So like, do something about it. And so I do. I just don't like Thanksgiving, but I'm not allowed to have any other events. So it's just me cooking and doing dishes all day. Yeah, which kind of blows. Yours is incredibly unfortunate. Holiday birthdays are such an unfortunate thing because there's just nothing you can do about, like, my cousin is a Christmas birthday kid, and he doesn't get a birthday party. He doesn't, like, he just has Christmas. Yeah, not only holiday, but bad holiday. Yeah, and I know some people don't want to acknowledge any holiday that acknowledges the passing of time. I know so many people, which was weird for me nowadays, but like I didn't know anybody like this growing up, but so many people in my current life, like people I talk to online, friends in real life, all of them, really don't like New Year's. Like, which is shocking. I fucking love New Year's. I love the fireworks. I love the countdown. I love the acknowledgments of it. I love feeling that the year is ending and we're blossoming into a new year. I like New Year's. Lunasa is my pagan New Year's. I prefer just to feel like New Year's on Lunasa, but I like the celebration of New Year's. I like traditions. I like celebrating. I like having a reason to get together with my friends and party. But like, I also like to reminisce. Like, I'm nostalgic, and I also like to like make plans and hopes for the future. And like, I don't know. I feel like I'm allowed to like that, considering I got this goddamn far in my life, and I never thought I would. I didn't think I'd ever be turning 27. Like, I feel like I'm allowed to enjoy my holiday. And like, not only just enjoy it, but like enjoy it and celebrate it and make plans for the future. Because God forbid I'm actually old enough and at the point now where I want to make plans for the future because I'm anticipating having a future. Like, and I want to celebrate that. Hey, Cyber. I just got back from being a Hoko escort. Let's go. Kind of got ruined by my thoughts. But home here is where I recharge. How are we doing? Hey, Cyber. Good to be back. Hi, Grandma. I was there at the moment you were born into this world, days and I celebrate and love you bunches. Hi, Grandma. I love you too. Thank you. Crazy that you came in to tune in. Good to have you. Yeah, I don't know. I understand people who have birthdays that don't want to celebrate them and don't want to think about time passing and only want to think about like are afraid of the concept of time passing, but like I'm not afraid of it in the way that I used to. Like I'm getting older and like my life is improving and like God, life is so much better than it was when I was 17. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I'm allowed to celebrate that. I'm allowed to enjoy that. I'm allowed to like reminisce in like, oh man, this year wasn't perfect. But like maybe next year I'm gonna try this new thing. I'm gonna learn this skill. My birthday resolution's coming up. I'm getting a piano because I'm getting a keyboard from my mom. So I'm gonna learn piano. That's just one of my things this year. Is I'm gonna clear out that corner of my bedroom right there. That chair is getting thrown away. The trash can is getting moved across the room. And then there's just a bunch of stuffed animals there. I'm clearing out that corner of the room. Within a month, I'm gonna have a piano right there. I'm gonna learn how to play piano. Like that's my accomplishment for the year. I'm gonna keep working on my writing. I'm gonna finish the lore this year. Somebody hold me to this. I'm going to finish the lore this year. Somebody hold me to that. I'm really trying, man. But like, I don't know. I like celebrating my birthday, and I always feel bad because I know so many people hate celebrating their birthday and hate thinking about time passing. And all I want to do is like be able to talk about it and like be able to be like, oh man, this year wasn't great, but like here were some really good parts of it, and you know, here were some of the bad parts of it, but like all of it is there, and I survived the year, and that's got to be good enough for me. But people don't want to talk about it, and I understand, but then I always feel bad because it's like it's just me over here, man. Just me having these feels. I can handle it myself, but like I'd love to I don't know. I'd love to celebrate New Year's by like thinking about the year and making plans and being hopeful instead of feeling like the world is ending. I've spent a lot of years with a lot of different people in a lot of different groups that hate New Year's and hate their birthdays and hate all of it. I'm trying to make it very clear that it's not just the group I currently know right now. It has been the past like 8 years of my life. I have not had anybody in my life who enjoys New Year's or enjoys their birthday or enjoys any of that. Like years it's been. I'm gonna make avocado pasta. So valid for you. Pianer? Yeah, pianer, bro. I don't even hate my birthday. It's just so underwhelming. Oh, so underwhelming. Nobody cares that I hate turkey. Yeah, and I also like birthdays are definitely, they can be underwhelming because I totally agree that like what are you supposed to really be doing on a birthday? Like I said, birthdays are really internal for me. Like it's really cool that I get together with some friends this year, and then I like, you know, I get to go to a haunted house and go get some piercings. Like that's all really exciting and really fun, and I'm happy about that. But it's also like for me, birthdays are a lot of I do a lot of journaling. I just want to like, you know, spend my time just reflecting, and I want to have like a place to talk about it. Maybe you'll come on stream and do some of that. I guess stream is always the place I go when I don't have anybody to talk about it with. I'll come on stream. I won't be on my birthday, but sometime around my birthday and do some reflecting with you guys and think about the past year, because this past year has been crazy. I glanced in the mirror and I forgot I look like a Roderick cosplay. My birthday is usually just an excuse for some of my family to get a free weekend off of work. I don't really care for my birthday, TBH, but it's something. Yeah, which is valid. Reese, if it helps at all, I've never given a shit about Thanksgiving, so your birthday's quite literally the most important thing during November. Yeah, there's not a single holiday in November I care about. Reese's birthday is quite literally the most important thing that takes place in November. I don't give many shits about Thanksgiving. Although I would love to hold maybe I've got enough in-person friends. Maybe I'll hold a Friendsgiving this year. I do love Friendsgivings. That should I really like, because that's just an excuse to get together with friends and food and share space. Like, I don't usually do it on the day of Thanksgiving, but just somewhere near the end of November, like just to spend time. Like that feels like something I might do. I try not to plan Friendsgivings or things like that on actual Thanksgiving holidays if people are like have family requirements. I don't know if I'm gonna get to see my family on Thanksgiving this year. That's the only other issue, is I'm a huge family guy. And living so far away from my family, I've been missing a lot of holidays with them. And it makes me want to die. I hate it so much. I hate not being with my family on holidays, only because I hate not being a part of family traditions, and I hate missing them. Like, that's its own separate, like, completely different issue. I gotta redo all the silver on these. That blows. Dun, dun, dun. But I don't know. But what my grandma Alice, the one who was just floating around in chat a moment ago, the last time I talked to her, said something really profound. Which she is very religious, not in the ways that I'm religious. We have our own religions, but we're comfortable practicing them beside each other. We don't share a religion, but we do share like faith. And she was talking about how like being with family, like being around family and the people that you love and sharing a meal, like that's God. And that's so like it was such an easy way to say like the feelings that I like when people are like, I don't care about Thanksgiving, or I don't care about traditions, or I don't care about New Year's, or I don't care about like birthdays, or I don't care about whatever the thing is. And I struggle to figure out like how to put into words like, why do I care? I don't care about tradition. It's not because I'm trying to celebrate a Catholic holiday. It's not because I'm old fashioned. It's not because I really like turkey, because I don't. Like, I've struggled so much to try to find the words to say that like that's God. That's religion for me. That's faith. That's the entire point of life. is getting together with the people that you care about and sharing a meal and talking and being together. Like, that's the fucking point. If that's not the point, what's the point? Like, it was just such an easy way to, like, put that into words. And I was like, damn, you got it right. Like, I just think I'm gonna head out tonight. I just got hit by a wave of tired. Hey, glad you're EP, man. Get some good sleep. I like my direct family, but my extended family kind of fast. Yeah, I get you. I get what you mean. Your Grammy goes hard. I'm taking that. No, Grandma Alice goes crazy. She's an incredibly intelligent woman, and I have learned a lot about the world and forgiveness and faith and healing and hope and all of that from her. No recipe, I'm making this shit up. Bro, that's the way to do it. Trust. Emily is great at that shit. Emily's like, I'm gonna fry fish. I'm like, do you know how to fry fish? She's like, nope. And I'm like, all right, I trust you. Full faith every time. Never disappointed. Fish, Xander, fish, fish. I love fish. And that's where I want to be, yeah. But yeah, feel free to steal Grammy's wisdom. Grammy's a crazy thing to call her, by the way, but that's, like, she's got the wisdom, man. She's got the understanding. It doesn't have fish in it, but I want it. Yeah. I also like, I don't know. I do struggle sometimes with my with being I had a thought today. I'm gonna share a thought. Maybe this is a little bit of a vulnerable thought, and maybe this isn't a safe space. We'll find out if this is a safe space. It's my goddamn space. I made this place. I decide if this place is safe or not. And maybe some people don't agree with me on this one. We'll see. We'll see. This might be getting into controversial territory. But I've started to realize that as I get older, I am starting to make the gentle lean away from the very extremist punk ideology and lightly into almost extremist hippie ideology. Like, I'm making the weird transition from punk to hippie. Not entirely. I still have a lot of punk ideals, way more than I have hippie ideals. But I keep finding myself more and more wanting, like, not to hurt people, including my enemies. And, like, for some reason, that is really controversial in the punk scene. Like, if somebody wrongs you, they shouldn't exist. And I just don't hold that belief, like, at all. Like, can you explain a bit? I don't really know how they're different. So in the punk world, I'm about to say a lot of really extreme things, but in the punk world, it is like a very strong opinion on, like, if somebody doesn't respect human rights, beat the shit out of them. If somebody doesn't agree with your morality, beat the shit out of them. If somebody like only good Nazi's a dead Nazi kind of shit. Like the like very, very intense, very, very like it's anger driven morals. And it's good. Punk ideology is great. I still agree with it. That like they come from like hate needs to be met with hate. Hate needs to be met with action. Hate needs to be met with violence to make change. And like, I totally understand and agree and hear and feel that ideology still. And at the same time, I don't want to meet hate with hate. And I never have. And I don't want to meet anger with anger. And I don't want to meet fire with fire. And I don't think that makes me better than anybody. It's just like my own personal ideology is I want to meet hate with love. And I want to meet exclusion with inclusion. And I want to meet violence with gentle hands. Like, and that's something I've always felt, but at the same time, like, I know that, like, you know, peace doesn't make change and love doesn't fix the world. And like, I get it. I totally get it. And I still think that violence is necessary for change sometimes. But I think sometimes we just get swept up in the violence part of it. And I just don't, I don't know. I'm going to say my controversial opinion because I think it's been long enough to say my controversial opinion out loud. And if this gets clipped and posted all over the internet and I get canceled and shot dead in my home for it, so be it. Bad choice of words. Okay. I'm gonna talk something political for just a moment. If you don't like political talk, go get a sandwich for like 30 seconds or maybe a minute, but like, give me just a second. Charlie Kirk was shot dead. I don't agree with that. I just don't. I think he was an awful, disgusting, horrible, terrible man who did a lot of awful, horrible, terrible, disgusting things. And there were 1,000 other people that we should be talking about and should be mourning. The children who died in the school shootings, the people who are dying in Gaza. There were 100,000 people whose lives are no more or no less important than his. And we should be talking about and defending and protecting them. But I'm anti-gun violence. And that doesn't change when the person getting shot doesn't agree with my morals. It just doesn't. I am always anti-gun violence, regardless of who it is. And that's it. Like, yes, I totally see the irony that he's like, some gun deaths have to happen. Like, some gun deaths have to happen in you know, for us to keep the Second Amendment, and then he dies as a gun death. Like, I see the irony. I see why it feels like karmic, like value, like somehow his own ideals are the things that got him killed. That doesn't mean I think it's okay. I want gun laws to protect people. And every gun death is a preventable death, including all of the kids who died in the school shooting that day, and also Charlie Kirk. Because he's a human. Like, and I intrinsically think that humans should have rights even when they're bad humans. Like, and that's not punk ideology. That's not punk. Punk is the only good Nazi is a dead Nazi, and he should be dead, and we're glad he's dead. And I just don't agree. I don't think that man should ever have a platform. I don't think he should ever be allowed to put his voice out there. I think he did an innumerable amount of awful harm to the world. And also, I didn't want to see him shot in the street. I don't know why that's such an extreme view. Like, I don't know. And I'm not here to condemn the person who did it because, you know, those who are without sin or whatever. But like, I don't know. I don't know. That one's really been eating at me for a while. I got a lot of really strong, really complicated feelings about that I haven't found the right way to vocalize yet, because no matter what I say, I feel like I'm betraying somebody in some ideology somewhere, and I'm not thinking about everything, and I'm not saying it right, and I don't know. It's so complicated, but I haven't felt right about it. And like, there are going to be people who unfollow me for that shit, and that's okay, because also, like, I get it. And if you're glad he's dead, I get it. Like, I so understand you, and you are allowed to be glad that he's gone and no longer hurting the world, and you're also allowed to feel weird about people celebrating somebody's death. This isn't really a hot take, this is just a good take, but it is a hot take online right now. I feel like there's no right option, which makes me mad, because how can there not be a right option when people are dying? But you're right, there isn't. There isn't a right way to feel about this. The world is not black and white. Even your morals can't be black and white. The universe isn't black and white. It is okay to simultaneously say he's a bad person and I'm glad he's gone, and also he should never have been shot dead in the street because that's not appropriate, and he was a human who intrinsically has value because he's a human being, and also I think he's a disgusting human being, and I'm glad he's gone and he shouldn't have been killed. And you are allowed to feel both ways because the death of a human being is a complicated thing, and you having sympathy and empathy and pain and anger at the same time is a natural and human reaction to that thing. Like, if you are not feeling complicated about this complicated situation, I am more concerned than if you are feeling like very, very confident and very like sure of yourself of like, yes, I know exactly how I feel and I have no complexity about it. Like, it's a complex situation. I didn't know who he was before he was shot, so I don't know what to feel. I can't say I knew much about him. I know significantly more about him now that he's dead than I did when he was alive. He was just a political figurehead. He wasn't even like a politician. He was a political activist who argued for gun rights and against trans rights and blamed gang violence, and that's it. Like, he was a fearmonger, and he was transphobic and racist and a lot of other bad things. He was a bad person. And also he was a person. And like, those things aren't mutually exclusive. I don't know. I don't know. I really, really, really struggle with this. I'm still struggling with it. I still don't feel like I feel like I understand where I stand. But anyways, my point being, like, the world is complicated right now, and I need you to like step outside of the internet for a little bit every once in a while, and don't let the internet decide your feelings and your opinions for you, and just think for yourself and think about how you feel, because it's so easy to get wrapped up in an ideology. You know, I identified with the punk culture and the punk ideology, and I turned to my community when this thing happened to say, like, okay, this is my community, these are my ideologies, how are we reacting to this thing? And everybody was like thrilled and celebrating and all of those things. And I was like, okay. But the longer I sat in it, the more I realized I didn't agree with my own community. And it's okay to have a differing idea than the ideology that you generally hold. Like, I don't know, you're allowed to have original thought, hot take? I don't fucking know, man. I don't know, man. Hot take, form original thoughts or something. Retweet. It's complicated. Maybe we should all just take a break. Yeah. It's okay to be overwhelmed by all this shit. It's also okay to just stick your head in the sand every once in a while and take a goddamn break. You're not a bad person for needing to take care of yourselves, for the love of God. I feel everyone just having like a day to just walk around and rest and not worry about everything. I feel somewhere it would be for the better, and just don't look at the internet and just take care of yourself. I feel the world would be slightly better if we did. Yeah. I feel like, yeah, a lot of us could really do well from just a day to just like remember how to be a person. Talk to a human being and I don't know, reconnect. Go play Pokemon Go and make friends with your neighbors again. Borrow a cup of sugar and remember that all these people that you hate online are fucking human beings. You want a song? You want a song? I've got a song for this. Y'all know Sasha Allen? Hey, yo, what y'all know about Sasha Allen? I'm gonna play you a song, chat. For those of you watching the VOD, if you're watching a VOD, first of all, hi VOD watchers, crazy that you're still here. And secondly, go look up the song. It's called When I Forgive You by Sasha Allen. For those of you who are on stream, you can listen to it right now. And I'll put the lyrics up so you can hear them and everything too. Actually, no, I cannot. I was going to, but I simply cannot. But I'm gonna play this song. It's called When I Forgive You by Sasha Allen, and it's about what I was just talking about. Hang on. Let me get it over here. Enjoy. Apologies, because I'm gonna sing along a little bit. My grandma grew up in the 30s. She's a Catholic through and through. I would have understood if she'd have been abrasive and confused and simply washed her hands of it. Instead, she's bragging to her friends how great her grandson is. Sorry, my voice is really sore right now, so I can't quite sing. And it makes me wonder, would it all change if we just sat down to speak? I'm not fed up with you for fearing something you've never seen. When you pictured you a picture of who I am, supposedly. It's not surprising that you're trying to not get too close to me. All your violence, all your venom won't come close to getting rid of me. And at the pearly gates, all those statements you've made will suddenly be things you didn't really mean. You find it strange to hold such hatred for a stranger. You'll find it strange when I hold kindness to your anger. I find it strange, this shape you mold me into. And you'll find it strange when I forgive you. My grandma grew up in a Catholic school and never misses Mass. I wouldn't blame her if at her age it was all too much to grasp, and she doesn't know all the proper terminology and words. But at 83, her love for me is what makes her want to learn. I'm not an act of revolution that you're watching on the screws. If we talked, I bet you wouldn't have a clue. When the swords are to the side and the army finally falls, you'll see we're just two human beings, not so different after all. Oh. All your violence, all your venom won't come close to getting rid of me. And at the pearly gates, all these arguments you've made are suddenly things you didn't really mean. I find it strange to hold such hatred for a stranger. You find it strange when I hold kindness to your anger. I find it strange, this shape you mold me into. And you'll find it strange when I forgive you. I forgive you. Anyways, that sums up about how I feel about the world. That's kind of where I'm at. It's just like I don't know, man. I just rather face it all with understanding and patience and just try and make the world a little bit of a better place. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't like guns and gun violence, and I value human life, but I also think that some people need to be removed from the world. That sounds really harsh, and I've never actually said that out loud before, or at least from society. I don't blame you for feeling that way. I really don't. Because I agree that I do believe that we are in a society where our society may benefit from some people not being permitted to partake in said society. Like, I don't blame you for having that feeling. That feeling is echoed in a lot of us. I do think that if Trump were permitted to not, like, if Trump were not permitted to exist in the world, that the world would be a better place. There are people who the world is a better place without. And also, it is not my job to pull the trigger and make that decision. That's where I get really complex with it. Like, I hear you and I understand and I agree. And also, I don't get to make that choice. like, and I don't even 100% agree with that, because I do think that if you want to see the world change, you have to do the change yourself. And if, you know, if people are doing damage, you need to remove them from power. And all, like, I don't know. I'm saying things I don't even 100% agree with, because this is complicated. Like, I don't know. I know you can't vote your way out of fascism. You can't vote your way out of a dictatorship. You have to do something more drastic. And also, like, I don't know, man. I just feel weird about it. But like, I am also at the point where, like, yes, I feel weird about, but I'm not telling you that we can't do it. I understand that political violence for change is necessary. I'm not naive, you know, I'm not childish. I'm not saying that, you know, we can all just hold hands and sing Kumbaya and hope the world will change that way. I understand that sometimes violence is necessary for change. And also, I'm allowed to feel complicated about that. I'm allowed to mourn that. Like, I feel like I'm allowed to both acknowledge that it's necessary and mourn the fact that it's happening. Not that I mourn Charlie Kirk, but like, my one and only exception is Trump. I think I'd be happy if he died. I unfortunately also think I would. Because I think there is a level of tangible bad that crosses a line for me in when it comes to the good of the many over the good of the few. Because again, I understand and agree with political violence for the necessity of change. What happened in Nepal was beautiful. Because they needed political change, they committed political violence, people died, people were hurt, there were rioting in the streets. And also, they took the government down, arrested the police, and put a new government in place. They made actual, real, genuine change. Charlie Kirk doesn't feel like that. You shot a political activist. You shot an idiot with a loud mouth. There are 100,000 other idiots with loud mouths, and you have now made it harder for us, because this isn't organized political change. It was just a killing. Like, and that's what's hard for me. Sorry, I didn't mean to get political on stream, man. I just got a lot of weird feelings about it. But like, I don't know. Charlie Kirk is just one big loudmouthed idiot who got killed for speaking his mind. And do I agree with it? Maybe not. Do I understand why it happened? Yeah, absolutely. Do I condemn the person who did it? Nah, man, I get it. I fucking get it. I do. And at the same time, like, I don't know. I personally really struggle with knowing what to feel and knowing what I actually feel. That's mostly due to my autism and ability to pick up on. The thing is, I am also autistic, and I do also struggle with it. It's actually why I took quite a bit of time off the internet right after it happened, because I would think I understand how I feel about the situation, and then I'd see a really compelling argument online talking about why you should be celebrating his death, or why if you're not celebrating his death, you're a bad person, or why if you are celebrating his death, you're a bad person. And I'm so easily swayed by other people's opinions and feelings and emotions that I had to take time to myself to really try to feel through it and think through it and see how I felt in my heart. And even, like I said, to this day, I'm not 100% sure how I feel, because it's complicated. And like, I understand that it's complicated, and I understand that I'm not just gonna have like one like easily wrapped up in a meme feeling about this thing. I'm gonna feel complicated about it. And I feel like that's appropriate. Slowly but surely, this piece is starting to come together. Mm. I just got caramel everywhere. Pasta's done? What kind of pasta is it? Yummy, yummy. What type of pasta? What's your pasta shape? Chat, what is everybody's preferred pasta shape? Do you have we're all autistic in here. I was gonna say, do you guys have a preferred pasta? We're all autistic. What's your preferred pasta shape? I know you have one. Don't try to fool me. I know you've got a preferred. Bow ties, great choice. Does tortellini count, or does it have to be just pasta? Tortellini can count. I would totally validate tortellini. I hate tortellini, but I totally understand the enjoyment of it. If it's just pasta cavatappi, that's a good choice. I don't know, you like spaghetti? I much prefer angel hair over spaghetti noodles. I like when they're like really, really, really thin. If I have to do like a long noodle, like for spaghetti, like with like a red sauce, I'm gonna do angel hair noodles over a spaghetti noodle, or like a you know, a thin cut or a fettuccine. I can't stand spaghetti. Yeah, I like spaghetti, but I prefer it with angel hair. Got to hear the song in person finally. I think my favorite noodle type might be elbow. Like mini elbow noodles. I fuck with a mini elbow noodle. It's like mini elbow noodles, bow ties, and angel hair. Xander, would you like to do some fuck shittery with us, or would you like to do art? What fuck shittery are you doing? I'm probably going to try to finish this art piece because I've been pretty dedicated to getting it done, but... No, mini shells. Mini shells I don't trust because they like, if I'm mixing them with any type of sauce, like too much sauce gets caught in it, or it doesn't cook right, or like, I've had too many mishaps with a mini shell. I've had a lot of mishaps with the mini shells. They scare me nowadays. I don't trust mini shells in mac and cheese. I don't trust most shells in mac and cheese. There's very few shell mac and cheeses I really trust. The Kraft 3 Trees shell mac and cheese is one of the few I trust. We're trying to speed run, make it to the peak before our league queue hits. What does that mean? And also, who's we? Oh, before our league queue hits, you're playing league. I understand. I had to translate that. I think I'm gonna try to finish up this art piece. But thank you for the invite. The concept of trying to lock in and do peak right now makes me want to blow up. The risk of boiling water suctioning to your skin is part of the appeal. It is just not part of the appeal. It just can't, it just isn't. slowly developing what looks like a coat here. If I could just shade fabric for the rest of my life and never have to shade skin again, I'd be happy. Unfortunately, that's just not an option. Because usually the people wearing fabric have skin. But like, look at that coat. It's so pretty. Like, yes, look at that coat. Hello, Mumford and Kin. Mumford and Kin. Can always just a coat person. It's just a coat. Coat is beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, I feel pretty good about this. Okay. So, normally, this is kind of be where I'd start to call, like, all right, that's, colors are done, you know? But I feel like I can do better. I feel like I can do better, especially with texture. I really want to push, like, really intense texturing. That is something I really want to buy into, is, like, really, like, next level rendering type of texturing. Because that's something I want to learn. But I don't know if this is the art piece to start fucking around with that shit. I'm also gonna do this, like, dramatic ass, like, I need to like. Get this going in here. And then. Sorry as my communication devolves as I'm like locked into trying to get this art piece to make sense in my head. Hopefully you guys enjoy just watching me lose my marbles sometimes and just like lock into a vibe. God, that looks cool. My natural tooth shape is kind of round, but the corner all straight. The other day I got my tooth fixed at the dentist and he kind of fucked it. Oh, I hate when dentists like rebuild a piece of your tooth and it just looks fucking stupid. Not that yours looks fucking stupid, but mine did. They kind of fucked me up just a little bit. Hmm. See, and this is where I need a slightly different approach here. Because these aren't the right textures for this. Mm. Okay, that's kind of sick. That is so significantly different from here to here. Like, that's a universe of differences. Hey, Casper. How are you? God. That's not the texture I want either. I'm taking part in Owl Pellet and just found a whole wasp. That's a whole one is crazy. I kind of feel like I could be done right here. Like, hang on, I gotta stand back and look at it. Yeah, I gotta look at it full screen. I mean, like, this is kind of done what I wanted it to. But I feel like I could do better. The thing is, I don't know what. I want more shadow at the base of Nick. I want more shadows at the base of Nick. I want to highlight on his sunglasses. I think I want to push a little bit more intense lighting on the left side and maybe a little bit of rim lighting on the right side. Like, I'm thinking like a very like palish, like pinky white on the left side and like a very like intense like red maroony rim lighting on the right side. And then maybe some rendering texturing, but I just don't know where and what yet. It's just when I stand back here, I can't see all the textures in the coat like I can when I'm up close with it. The cross looks great, and Nick looks good. Haven't decided if I maybe want to add blood to him or not. What do you guys think? I don't know if blood is necessary. It's like I don't know if I need that. If I do like lighting like here, I want to like and maybe I want to do a softer like highlight texture. I just want this for like the most extreme parts of the highlights. just the very edges of the most extreme stuff. Something like that kind. I feel like adds a. You know what I mean? Hmm. And I want to do like little tiny, like really intense, like shards. I feel like his needs to be softened a little bit. His is better, just a little bit softer. Maybe they're all better a little bit softer. Okay, what do we think about doing it like that? Okay, I do like that. I want to sit up, but my butt still hurts. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about your butt, my dude. I don't know how I want to do this one. Cause like it would maybe would rim light is something I really struggle with. Emily's been trying to teach it to me for a minute. I remember doing it, adding it on here, where I added that little bit of like a rim light. But it's supposed to be really soft and like kind of like the color of the background. So maybe I do like a but it just ends up red again. Hmm. I don't think there's a single thing I could put on here that would like make it look kind of browny. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing I can like put on here that's gonna give you like the like brownish color. One way or another it's gonna end up being. So maybe I don't, maybe I just do like, see, but that's like too much. Like I would do like a rim light there. But like, maybe I just need to like put it down there. Maybe that's all I really needed was just that little bit of like. But I don't really know what else to do here. I don't know if that really does much for me. I don't think I like it. Okay, so now the question is just, can I add some really cool texturing bits on top of everything? Do I want this under the... I like it on top. Okay, so now is like weird texturing time. Now there's a bunch of cool new pens and shit I could really fuck around with, but I don't know what I want to fuck around with yet. Because like I haven't fucked around yet. And I don't even know what I just really like the idea of like doing like a lot of like really dramatic shit. You know what I mean? Um, I just don't know what else what do I what is it what do I need? What am I missing? I don't know. I have considered doing like a quick like a where was the one I used? Um this one and doing that like multiply maybe like under all of these. Just to like texturize it. I don't know if that really adds much because of how textured I've kind of already made it. I don't think it does. I've already honestly done a lot of texturizing. Like everything feels very textured. Nothing in here is smooth, which is what I wanted. But I feel like I can do more. I can do more. And we'll see if I actually end up liking any of the shit I'm doing right now. Right now, I'm just kind of fucking around. I just feel like there's more I can do. What is this anime scene? This scene doesn't happen in the anime. I'm gonna be real with you. This doesn't happen. This is not a scene. This scene never happens. I just wanted to draw it. I would love to be like, yeah, bro, this is this awesome scene that happens in this. It doesn't exist. It's not real. I just wanted it. I need something more sharp. Oh, I also need to get shadows up in here. Okay. I meant as in this is good art that rivals anime. Ah, thank you. Many thank yous. Still trying to like kind of just fuck around and see what I might want to add, but I just don't know what. I love texturing shit, and I want to texture more things. Now, does any of this really add anything? I don't know. It definitely makes it look messier. Is it better? I don't know. If you're looking at this chat. Yeah, it's messier. Does it feel more dynamic? Does it feel like it looks better? I just don't know if it does. Hmm. I do like that. Do I want to do some like lighting? Mm, Mm. 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 I don't really know what I'm doing anymore, chatters. I'm just kind of fucking. You know what I mean? Mm. Mm. At this point, I might be doing a little bit too much, but I don't know. I still don't know how I feel. I don't know, man. Hmm. Hmm. Right now, I really am just kind of fucking around. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I've stressed out. I've stressed out my Procreate. It froze for a moment there. No, I don't like that. Hmm. I still feel like I'm missing something. Like, something about it just still doesn't feel finished. I don't know what. Why don't you feel finished? What am I missing? What am I missing? God, what's the answer? What is it? What am I missing? My Procreate's getting really overwhelmed by this one. Oh, yeah. Okay, hang on. I gotta try to, like, let my Procreate load real quick. I don't know if it's just because I'm, like, hitting, like, a memory limit on this thing or what. I don't know. Sorry, I, like, stopped being a person to, like, just focus in on this, and I still don't know if I like it. I still feel, like, iffy about it. I don't think that makes it stronger. Can that only go in that direction? Ah! I just don't know what it is I need. Why don't I feel complete? I feel like I'm missing. I just don't know what. It just doesn't add to it, man. Son of a bitch. Stop freezing. Ah, Procreate, please. So sick of this app. I'm sure it's probably my fault somehow, but my Procreate is so overloaded. I have hundreds of pieces of art on here. And I'm always working on like the biggest size possible. Really? I can't draw a shape without it freezing now. I'm so sick of this app. This is ridiculous. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, just delete yourself altogether. That's it. That's what I wanted. That feels finished. Quick edition. Yeah, I've got a pretty good range. Pretty happy with that. I think that's what I wanted, man. I gotta figure out what thing I want to start signing with. God, none of these feel like the thing I used to sign with. That feels more correct. Yeah. I think this is what I wanted. God. It really took a minute to figure out. So this was my little experiment. This was my first time doing a piece of Trigun fan art. I've never done Trigun fan art before. It is also my first time trying all the new Procreate brushes. This is entirely with experimentation with brushes and color and all that. I've never done anything quite like this. So, just another new thing to try. I thought I'd just try something new. I've done enough other stuff. I've got a bunch of other art pieces I'm working on right now. There's a little piece I'm working on right now, which is this. That I'm just kind of working on. That's for my own little separate thing. And I don't know if what I'll do with that, but I'm comfortable moving this over into my other folder of posters and such. Because I would call this done. We'll put it in here. Boop. And maybe I'll throw that up on my merch store at some point. We'll see. We'll see. But it's midnight on a Friday. Happy Friday. I did say it was going to be a little bit longer one, but I mean, it took me 3 hours to finish the art piece. I'm pretty happy with it. Didn't I start coloring today? No, I had color yesterday, didn't I? I think I started coloring today. I think I had the background done, but I think I did like all of my coloring and everything today. I think. Because all of this sketching was yesterday. All the line art was yesterday. This was all yesterday, line art. Yeah, and that's where I stopped yesterday. Yeah, and then I did a little bit of line work and stuff, work at work. And then this was today. Yeah, everything here was today. I did all of my coloring today. That's impressive. From all of my coloring all the way through to like finished normally takes me quite a long time. So I'm impressed I got as far as I got today. I know 3 hours is still a very long time to be doing this, like just like to color and shade something. But I don't know. I definitely feel like I've been slowly getting faster at art, as well as getting better at it. Like those two things are like slowly coming hand in hand. And I definitely think they'll continue to come with time. I've made a lot of improvements in art this year, I think. At some point I want to go back and look at some of my old fan art and maybe do some redraws, because I think redraws are fun. If you guys, I don't know how many of you guys are still here and awake and conscious. Is there a single piece of my art that you guys would like to see me try to do a redraw of? Because I'm always curious about that. Because obviously I did a redraw of the Ad Astra like falling one that I did a while ago. And I can go pull up my art in a second when I'm done watching my own time-lapse replay as if I didn't just do this art. But like, I redid the Ad Astra, like them falling through space one, because I could see visually that it was bad and that I could do a lot better. So it was a really, really fun redraw to do, just because I knew how much development I could put into it. And I really darkened the fuck out of it and then just kind of like wiggled back in a little bit. I wanted to keep this one like really, really high contrast. I vote more Ad Astra because Ad Astra. I don't have a lot of Ad Astra stuff to redraw. I know I have the two of them dancing, the one of them dancing in the field, but I unironically to this day don't know if I could do that one better than I did. That one's like one of the best pieces of art I've ever done, and I unironically don't know if I could do better than what I did. Like if I had to go get the this one, I truly don't know if I could do, like, this was like the best piece of art I'd ever done. I unironically don't know if I could do better than this nowadays. I could try, but I don't think I could. I want to order this one for myself. This is one of the posters I want for myself. I might order this one when I order the Vash one, because I'm gonna order this one for myself too, I think. And obviously this was the old Ad Astra one that I redid into this one, which is a massive improvement. This one will be up for order soon. I'm gonna put this one up on the merch store. I'm gonna put it up on the merch store and then I'll post it on Instagram and YouTube and everything, so you'll be able to go in and purchase that one if you'd like to buy that one. But like, all these down here, like these are good, but they're old. I don't know. And these are all very new. Techno, yeah. This one is abysmally old, like abysmally old. That can't be the only finished techno art I did. I guess I had the, good lord, this is shit. That one's old. I also have Techno Bunny. Yeah, guys, it's time to redraw the Dreamapede. Not happening, but... Yeah, we also had the redraw here that we did not too long ago. It wasn't a redraw, it was a repaint from this one to this one. That's some casual improvement there, buddy. I discovered what the fuck backgrounds are. Discovering what backgrounds are was really a game changer for me. Because now I've got, like, I can do, like, really quick basic backgrounds and, like, they look, like, doable. Do you guys have a preference on that? So this is the original one. And then I did a little bit color correcting to, like, soften it up. I think I prefer the softened version over this version. Like, this feels more cohesive. Do you prefer the softer version as well? Like, this is harsh and this is soft. The darks are too dark. That's what I thought. Dark, soft. Dark, soft. Dark, soft. Dark, soft. I think I'm going to put the soft one up for sale. Right now, I think the dark one is up for sale. They kind of look the same. They are very, very, very similar. Admittedly, when do I usually do this redraw? What time of year is this one? December, baby. We're creeping up on the Xander redraw. We were creeping up on that Xander redraw. I have a tendency to redraw him at least once a year. Because that was the redraw of... Okay, hang on. I can't show you everything here, so just admire my face real quick. I gotta go into the lore folder, and you're not allowed in there. That was a redraw of this one. You remember that? That was this one's old. Lord. That is another universe. I really don't want to redraw that entire thumbnail because I don't want to draw a sheep. But I also have like years of Xander redraws. Like I have like, this was the first like Xander like design of like, hey, oh, my music is still so loud. Why didn't you guys tell me to turn that shit down? It's just so loud. Sorry. This was one of the first Xander design pages I had. And then this was the next Xander design page I had. And then this is the one that ended up as the thumbnail. Like, so like I've had like years of different like drawing Xander. I gotta do another one of those eventually. I've been drawing him a lot. So many old ones. I have so many old ones. I'm actually working on a lore redraw piece that you guys never even got a chance to see the original for, which is funny. What is some abandoned art that I could maybe redo? Finished. Let's finish 2020 and older. This is old stuff. Here's another old techno and Philza piece. That's really old. Good lord. That was from a TikTok trend idea. There's some things very wrong with this drawing. Yeah, I've had a lot of Ethan art. I was really into Unisanas. And then we get back into like even like older and older and older and older and older and older. Oop, come back here. Like really old stuff. Like old ass Dobby Hawks. Like good lord. And then we have, where's new abandoned art? That should be somewhere in here. New abandoned art. I've got the Pink Parrots team, which nowadays looking back is a little but Sneak and Rambu look great. I have this, which is horrifying and unfinished. That I drew the in-person meetup as their characters, and it just was a nightmare to work on. They're so deeply not finished, and these two are just kind of started. This is back when I was determined to do lineless art. I've got this old techno piece. Good lord. Lord. Yeah, this piece that I never finished. This is gonna be my techno memorial piece, and I couldn't do it. I tried to start it right after he died, and I gave up because I couldn't do it. I couldn't work on it. The eye is really good. Where's there an eye? There's an eye? Oh, this? Yeah, I didn't end up finishing that piece either. This looks like an old animatic plan. That is an old animatic plan, which is crazy. Now, when you say the old bench art, do you mean this one, the Sands of the Earth one? Or are you talking like the old one? The first one I did. This one. Is this the one you're talking about? Yeah, the giveaway. I still have the official version. Right there. It's very hard to do on camera. Hang on. Is it this way, or do I gotta... It's very hard to do on camera. Hang on. There you go. You see it? That's the real people. And then it's their character. Hang on, how do I... Hit. Characters. Real people. You see what I mean? Yeah, that's one of those. Yeah, I'll do a redraw of this, and then I'll sell it again. Limited time edition. God. Would you want them in their like semi-canon designs like this again? Because this is not how I design Tubbo anymore, or Tommy. So these were like they're as close to realistic designs as I could do. But nowadays, I shouldn't say nowadays because I don't draw these fuckers anymore, but I had redesigned all of them. Like I drew Tubbo like this. This is how I decided Tubbo looked. And where the fuck is Tommy? I've got him drawn around here somewhere. I just don't ever know where. Is he in here? Nope. You in here? Yeah, this one. This was my Tommy design. Like, that's how I draw them nowadays. Organized yet still so unorganized. Genuinely, I don't know where literally anything is. This was a redraw from like this one. This is when they first started watching the Dream SMP. Versus when the Dream SMP ended. Oh, these are my references. I need to clean this shit out. I need to clean out my Procreate. It's about time. Like, all of these can get deleted. These are all old stickers from when I had a Redbubble and I was selling stickers. Like, I was selling the... You can't even see it. That's an ACAB rat I was selling on a shirt. I've come for your pickle. I have the see you on the other side. Like, these are just old things. Every single one of these can get deleted. I do kind of still like ACAB. That one's still funny to me. Give me the pickle sticker, please. Maybe I'll like I've got like all the like the Hong Kong game trans, like the dumb shit. Yeah, I don't know. If anybody gets this reference, that's incredibly funny to me. This one went along with this one. Those had those are a very funny reference in my head. I also have the "Death is coming, eat trash, be free" as a popular sticker for a little while. So maybe I'll download these and put them all in like a memory folder and then just delete these. I have a bunch of like abandoned sketches. I have the Altoria folder, all of which is from like 2018, maybe 2017, that like needs to go. All of this can be deleted. Like I was just helping design characters back when I couldn't draw. And I've shown you guys, like, these are the edited versions. The original version looks like this. This was me just editing it with like the warp tool, because I didn't understand proportions. This is how I originally drew it, and this was it warped to correct proportions. Like, good lord. Yeah, these are just all like... Maybe I'll do some redesigns for these guys. I loved Undua. This is the goddess I designed. I thought Undua was dope as fuck. I like this little guy too. They might be worth some redraws. Yeah, I don't know. And these are all stickers and stuff I plan to sell but haven't yet. Yeah, I don't know, man. Anyways, yeah, this is just a bunch of thoughts I've had. Like, there's so many of these that can be deleted at this point. Like, I keep every sketch practice I've ever done. Why do I need this? When am I gonna use this? Like, what's the point of this? When am I gonna use it? Right now? Yeah, give me 2 characters. Who's swinging this bitch like a fucking weapon? You and me, you decide who's who. It's me using Tyrio as a weapon, except the more likely scenario is Tyrio swinging my ass because I'm half her size. There are so many characters you could put in these places. I don't want to draw it right now because I'm exhausted. I was gonna draw the arcane characters in their pajamas. Do you remember me doing this? This is gonna be Jinx and Isha, Kate and Vi, which I thought it was really cute. Savika and Mel, in which Savika's just not wearing any clothes. Vander and Silco, and then Jason, Victor, Echo, and Heimerdinger. Like, this was like a whole thing. Never did that. Like, I don't... Like, this was me teaching Pio how to do hair. This was my teaching you how to draw hair map. Like... I don't know. I don't still need this. This was more of just showing Pio how to draw hair. Pio never did draw hair, kind of devastated. Like these are just form practice. Really, really bad form practice. I drew this for Reese. It's just Bucky Barnes as Kirby. Got like all my self-portraits and shit down here. This was just me planning my pumpkin. This was me planning out a pumpkin. This was me thinking about the cover of my book. It's honestly kind of mid. I don't even want to talk about the fucking pit crew. Haven't given up on that yet, somehow. Or even like just like the pins section where like I have all the individual pins and everything. Like it's just there's a lot. And like all of the individual character references and all these. Or like these are commissions. But if you scroll down, do y'all remember drawing request streams? Do y'all remember we just like y'all remember that we got to bring these back. Like you know, some things never change. I Why is George not found a black woman pineapple? Why doesn't the tomato have balls or pants or something? The implication of black female pineapple George not found wearing shorts implies that there's something to cover. Why is Tomato Dream naked? I just God, I was a bad drawer. But why is the Teletubby here? Freddy Fazabs? Right, Freddy Fazabs, of course. Freddy as God, right. The fuck is this? Oh, Rambu in the strawberry dress. I remember this one. AV. Lord. This is me drawing followers of mine. Maybe I bring that shit back. Like, throw a selfie in the Discord and I'll draw you. I'd be open to that again. Like, doing, like, quick sketches with people. I'm still not a good artist, but I argue I've improved a little bit. You have no clue how tempted I am to take you up on that offer because I like attention. The thing is, I like doing drawing streams for people, and at the same time, I need to keep my sanity. Like, I would argue I am better at drawing people nowadays. The number one issue with it is I don't like drawing real people, especially people I know, because whatever insecurity you have about the way that you look will be 1,000 times more prevalent when I draw you. So I hate drawing people I know because I will draw your proportions and the way that you look and whatever the best I can, but it won't be great. And so every mistake that I make will make you feel like, oh my God, do I look like that? Is that what I look like to you? Which it isn't. I'm just not a good artist. And also, I exaggerate proportions because I'm an artist. And also, like, it makes me constantly sitting there being like, do they like this thing about themselves? Should I not draw this thing about themselves? Should I draw them the way they want to see themselves and not the way they actually look? Like, it's kind of torturous. I drew my friend Lexi in front of her years ago. And when I say years ago, I mean like probably like 6th grade. Like, I was like 11. And I tried to draw a picture of her while I was sitting next to her. And I was a kid I was still like learning, like, draw what you see, not what you want, not what you think people want to see. So I was trying to draw her, and she's Hispanic, so she had a little bit of upper lip hair. So I drew her with upper lip hair, like I drew her mustache. She was so mad at me. I never drew her in front of her again. I don't know if I ever drew her again. No, I did. God, I'd have to find it. That one's old. I don't know if I still have that on here. I do. This is Lexi. This is the beautiful girl. This was a more modern drawings of her. If you can't tell, these are traced of images of her and then hand colored in and everything in like different styles. I was absolutely tracing her, but this was my best friend growing up. She's probably the prettiest person I've ever met in the entire universe. Like obscenely pretty. But yeah, the first time I ever drew her, I was like 11 years old and I totally drew her with a mustache. Sorry, Queen, I love you. But like even drawing myself when I'm not good at it, it's like, man, this is insulting to look at. Do I really look like that? No. Like, man, like all of the things I don't like about myself are very visible here. I didn't even draw my own fucking nose right, dude. But like, a lot of it has to do with my ability. These are a couple people I drew off of TikTok. Like I drew some people off TikTok just to practice drawing. But like maybe I'll do that again. I don't know. It's fun. These are my parents having their first kiss. Like a lot of these down here are people I know. This is something I want to redraw. This is somebody I still to this day follow on TikTok. I drew this for them almost 5 years ago, and they still to this day have it as their profile picture on their TikTok. I want to redraw it. Either redraw this one or draw her in a more modern, like, picture of herself. Because I still think she's absolutely gorgeous, and I can do a lot better. I promise I can do better now, Queen. Good lord. Back when I was just in my, like, tracing real life stage. Like, I could do better now that I'm not tracing off of real life. Like, it won't look as realistic, but that's because I was never trying to be. And I remember going through this style when I was trying to do this with people I knew. I don't know. This is somebody I knew. And now my style looks a little different nowadays. But am I better? I don't know. Depends on who you ask. Anyways, I'm tired. And it is 12:30 in the morning. So let's go to Twitch and see who's live. Jay's live. Let's go by Jay. Jay's also doing some art. All right. I'm tapping out for the night. We're gonna go hang out with Jay because Jay's doing some art today as well. Yeah. Thanks for playing. Hope you like the art. I'm pretty proud of it myself. I'll try to be around tomorrow as well. I should be okay. But I'm going to try to get YouTube streaming set up. So if you want to see how that goes, I guess we're going to see how it goes. Until then, all of my dearlings, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And draw your dad like one of your French girls. Or I will draw your dad like one of my French girls. Does that sound like a fair modding? Oh yeah, I have to warn the mods about that. And not rotten. Don't ever threaten me like that again. I will draw your dad like one of my French girls. Penis and all.